You know, got a place in my heart, and I love coaching these guys. I love coaching this team specifically because I kind of feel like this team kind of was like, I guess, myself in a microcosm. I felt like I was overlooked. I felt our team was overlooked this year, and you just can't stop that, though. You just can't stop someone that has desire, passion, and just want to do the best they can, and these guys did that, and I appreciate all the hard work they put in. So thank you, guys. And thank you, parents, too. Appreciate all you guys, especially everyone in Hawaii. It's really great to know all you guys, or get to know you guys, and if we haven't crossed paths yet, I look forward to it in the future. And to the senior parents moving on, I'm going to miss you guys.
Hey, thank you, Coach. Thank you, bro. Thank you, coaches. Right before we do the awards for the varsity team, I just want to acknowledge 4 names real quick, and these are the call-ups who came up from the JV team. Excuse me, my voice. There are 4 guys that came up and contributed to the varsity team from the JV once the playoffs got going. 2 guys that came up right away were Ollie Bach and Johnny Dykstra. Just want to say quickly, you know, the reason that these guys came up, you know, Johnny as the JV captain, I think showed that he was just a guy that needed to come up and start getting ready for a varsity career that we know is ahead of him, and it was just time to get him into that situation and into that mix. And obviously he had leadership skills. I felt the same way about Ollie, and that's why Ollie needed to come up and be a part of the team. Ollie's contributions as a teammate. And I think as a setter, and the quality that he has in his hands, you know, as a junior on the JV, we wanted to get him ready for a senior season with the varsity, and so those guys came up right away. And they were so helpful in practice all the weeks that we were getting ready for the playoffs. And then just recently coming up to help us situationally and making a big impact were Parker Morgan and Don Bell. And these guys came up because we needed to make sure that we were covered in the middle while Akeo was recovering from an injury. And you know, middles take a lot of beating anyway, even if it's not full-on injuries. They're just banged up all the time. So Parker and Dom came up to help us, be a little bit of an insurance policy. We were ready to use them, really ready to use them against Beckman if it came to it, and I know that they were ready too. So thank you guys for coming up and being a part of the team, and stoked on your futures. Thanks, guys. Excuse me. Okay, and without further ado, we're going to get into the Varsity Awards. I get the honor of naming our MVP. We're talking about our MVP. Coach Greg said this best when he talked about a guy who made plays that nobody else was going to make. And I think the way the season went, with a lot of people being in and out of the lineup with tough injuries, and as we searched for the magic that was going to make us consistent, we found mixes that worked, and we found ways to be a quality playoff team. There's a guy on our team who, without him, I don't think that we're even sniffing the playoffs, and we're a long ways away from being the team that we ended up being. And that's why he's the most valuable player, and he has another year coming back. That's Jason Walmer. Yeah. Jason as a setter going all the way around and creating the magic he did is just unreal. You're the MVP of the team, and we're very proud of you, brother.
The next award is the Eric Pinoy Moana Commitment to Excellence Award. And the person that receives this is a person I got to talk about earlier. And it was generally about the sacrifices he made for this team in terms of leadership, playing out of position. And a person that can do that obviously is generally excellent because they're playing positions that they don't normally play, and they're doing it so well. I believe he's probably one of our most dependable players all season long. Like I said, he does everything so well. He's going on to play in Pepperdine next season, and I expect big things out of him. Mick Bakos.
Job, Mick. The General Excellence Award is going to be split between 2 players this year. I get to talk about the first guy, and I wish he was here for me to say it, but Victor Loyola. Victor Loyola. Victor Loyola's game is excellent, but he also was an excellent part of the team, and in the way that he brought kind of a competitive edge that was really evident as soon as he got back on the court playing for us. The aggressiveness and the competitiveness that the team needed really started to grow and shine. I think Vic is one of the most athletic hitters that I've ever seen at his age. But he's also somebody that loves volleyball with every part of his being. And I'm very proud of how he put in some work to become well-rounded in everything that he had to do in his life, because his passion for volleyball was so all-consuming. But the passion that he has for his friends and his teammates is a big deal. He's going to be a key part of the leadership of this team for a long time. And he's great at every skill on the court. So that's our guy, Victor Loyola. Obviously with U19s for a reason right now. We miss him. Vic, if you're seeing the video, we love you, brother. Pohada!
So the other person receiving the General Excellence Award only played partial season, but his importance to the team was very well and easily recognized. He's the most dominant player we had at the net, both in terms of blocking and hitting. He best the West All-Tourney team, so it shows just how dominant he was in a loaded tournament. And on top of that, he's a setter, so he could do everything. He does absolutely everything. And on top of that, he's such a well-rounded individual. Like, the stuff that amazes him most has nothing to do with volleyball. He's just such a great guy, Chaz Wedbush.
Next award on our list is the Most Improved Award, and this is going to be split between two guys also. I had the chance to talk about this guy a little bit and the role that he was thrust into when Chaz was injured. But most improved throughout the course of this year, Stone Seligson. And again, I kind of got to touch on, how hard we pushed Stone because his role became so important. His potential was so evident. He's a volleyball player. He's pure. He's a good player. But we were asking him to get good at a lot of different skills beyond just the ones that he was already good at. And we really pushed him on some of that stuff. His setting improved, his ball control improved, his defense improved. And I think the way that he used the whole court and the way he controlled his jump serve made it a weapon without missing too much. All those things are things we pushed Stone on really hard. And he delivered, and he became more coachable. He was coachable in the entire season, but he became more and more coachable. And I know he took a lot of intense coaching from us and applied it to his heart and actually got better. So I'm thankful for you, brother. You got a lot better this year, man. A lot better.
The other person getting the most improved, although this one kind of spans over 4 years opposed to just one. He's a middle blocker, and in our team picture, he might be actually sitting on the ground, which usually a middle blocker doesn't do. If you know why, I think you can figure it out. But anyway, he made his mark last year when we had 6'10", 6'8" middle blockers, but 2 of them were injured, so we needed to bring another guy up. And then Kazra took that spot and ran with it. So once we got the guys back, we did not want to let Kazra go back down at JV. Kept him up there because he deserves it, and we needed him. And he's improved so much since then, and where he was such a dependable middle for us this year. Offensively, unstoppable, timely blocks when it mattered. This guy was absolutely incredible, and I loved seeing his progression through the 4 years. Kazra Alapur.
I just want to say that when we got into tryouts at the beginning of the year, the first time I saw Kaz hit a ball, I was like, I think we're going to be better than I thought. Kaz ripped a ball. Thankful for you, Kaz. Yeah. Next category is Rookie of the Year. And again, this is going to be split between two guys. I get to talk about Rookie of the Year, Zach Chapin. Chape, I just want to say, made a huge impression on me his JV year. Huge impression on me. When I watched the way that he lifted the JV team, kind of saw the way that his when he was on the court, when he was a part of the lineup, and you played different positions with that team, it instantly made that team better. It just kind of made an impression on me immediately that whatever role you were going to fill in with the varsity team, I wanted you on the team. Had to have you on the team because I just knew that you were going to make us better. Looking ahead, you contributed more and spent more time on the court this year than I think anybody imagined because you got so much better. And the way that you came in as a young guy with a super humble attitude and a real serious willingness to learn, and to learn from your older teammates, to make mistakes and take criticism for it. Nobody expected you to be a perfect player, but we pushed you to be as perfect as you could be, and you really overcame a lot to make the kind of contributions that you did just through super hard work, and you became a part of the really strong young core of this team. So there's a lot of young guys, there's a lot of rookies on this team this year, but you were one of the most important ones, and that's why we needed you for this award, and we need you on the team. Exactly.
The other person receiving this award, I got the pleasure of talking about earlier. I don't think it should surprise anybody, but this guy was just dominant from day one. Insane hitting percentage. Like, it really lifted my expectations of this team by this one person being here, and my expectations were high already. So the fact that he did this is absolutely incredible. I loved the fact that we get this guy back, actually both of them back, but I'm talking about Murphy Glasgow. Right now.
Good job, Murph. The most inspirational award is just one person for this award who I think was one of the easiest choices for me in this whole process. I get to talk about Dylan Warner. Dylan is just such a humble and great and graceful dude. He's such an important part of the team from like the skill set that he brings, and there is definitely a coachability that comes with his willingness to approach a lot of different things that we ask him to do, and fill in a lot of bubble roles. So it's just such a hard place to be on a team. There are so few people who could do it like he did with just no complaint, no stress, nothing but pure desire to help the team win. And I know Dylan said that to me lots of times, Coach, whatever the team needs, I'll do it. I'm here to win. And again, we talked about guys who, when they're playing well on the court, fire up the team, and when they make plays, it's extra cool for the whole team to celebrate watching that happen. Dylan is that guy. When he's on the team, when he's on the court and he's making plays, the whole team is energized by that. I know we're really energized by that. He blew me away when he kind of took the step from competing in that libero position to really stepping in and becoming one of the best outsides on the team. And I just didn't even realize how much power and potential as an outside that you had the ability to bring at the varsity level, and you did that. You played outside hitter at the varsity level at Miracosta as an undersized guy. It's not a joke, man, what you did. And you fired everybody up. You fired me up. Makes me love coaching, seeing guys like you. So, most inspirational, Dylan Warner. All right, guys. I want to take a second. Whatever Kim is coming up here to do, I want to take a second to acknowledge Kim first. Kim is really. Just the amount of logistical stuff that it takes to run the Miracosta volleyball program is actually astounding. Kim did a lot of work this year to make it one of the least stressful years that I've had. She took a lot of stuff off my shoulders without having to without even really having to be asked. She just reached in and did it, and took a lot of things off my shoulders, but also just made this a really good program to be a part of. I know that her communication is as good as we ever could have dreamed of. The way she communicated with the program, the way she made it fun and easy to understand and clear is so special. And as far as just her grace and her kindness in dealing with me and all the hard things that I had to work through, she was always just so kind to me and so good to me. So it's hard that she's going to be gone. I know it's nice for her because the job is hard. The job is so hard. But I would like for us all to like really show some respect and appreciation for coming out.